Hello everyone and welcome back to Moonlight Pulse. So I'm a little upset. Ugh. I started recording the next episode and OBS crashed. The game didn't crash, OBS crashed. I don't think I've had OBS crash on me in a very, very long time, like at least a couple years. So I lost, and this game autosaves every time you hit a checkpoint. This isn't the game's fault, but like, I essentially got cheated out of, like, you guys seeing my blind reaction to the boss of the like second dead mega organism. Because that file got corrupted, because that's what happens when OBS crashes. I still wanted to show that fight though, because it's a really cool boss, but so I basically had to like replay the whole game over again. I don't really do this a lot these days. I don't really have the patience to play through like a whole game over again. But, like I was saying earlier, I'm enjoying this game so much, and it's honestly very respectful of your time. It doesn't take that long to beat. I got back to where I believe I left off, just with less items, obviously, because I was kind of rushing, in a little under 2 hours. In fact, I even looked at the Steam achievements too, just because I was kind of curious. I think this is a Steam achievement for beating the game in under 90 minutes. Hidden Oak. Oh no, 70 minutes. I kind of want to try doing that, honestly. It was a fun time showing this game to a few friend groups, and I think I got some folks interested in it, even. But yeah, we're just gonna play this file and do the boss, and then play up to where this left off, and then just start over again. So here's what I have now. A heck of a lot less items than I used to. I'm gonna put that on you. I got to try some things too in my second playthrough as well. Like that Easter egg I was talking about with like the spoiled cookie on a Nephili. Yeah, that's a thing. If you have the spoiled cookie on your equipped character and you enter that boss fight, she will take it, say, "Hey, thanks for the offering," and then in the second phase she'll go, "Ugh, my stomach," and then lose a ton of health. That's so fun. That's such a good Easter egg. This is definitely a game I'm going to be casually playing. Like, if I just need like an hour or two to kill, it's going to be something I pull out. Anyone have any idea what this huge fungus thing is? Oh, I didn't activate this cutscene yet on this playthrough. But I'm pretty sure I've collected everything, so I'm actually kind of curious, like, if the boss is going to start right away. Little morsels far from home. Spore cores, bring me 15. And how many, where does it say how many I have? Yeah, I have 18, so I guess I just walk into you again. Yeah, okay. Also, I was also told that this boss has different dialogue depending on which character you talk with him with here. In fact, this is the case for most bosses on top of NPCs as well. That's such a cool detail that honestly might not have been, would honestly have probably been more fun than like annoying or difficult given there's only 4 characters. Bring them closer, I'll finally fly. Not so fast, I have a sneaking suspicion you'll steal the course for yourself and also maybe eat us. I would never betray such a delectable friend. Ragnor, pitiful morsels, so sure of themselves, so far from home. Okay, yeah, so he missed my blind reaction to this fight, but basically how this works is he like webs all your characters, and then you actually have to web them back in order to oops. Yeah, he also spits poison on the ground. You have to hit the webs in order to get the character back. Huh. Also, I'm gonna do something here. I think that's better like that. I don't think you're weak to lightning. I have barely any items. Yeah. Oh, if you get hit when you have no one else. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but it didn't cross my mind to try that. I learned that this item is really good on him, because, like, you heal 1 health regardless of how much damage you do, and he has a multi-hit attack due to being a flamethrower. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, by default, these bosses are way harder for me because, again, I was rushing, so I don't really have as much of the health or damage upgrades. I kind of like how difficult the game is without them. Like, it's definitely harder, but your stats don't go up like that much without them. It kind of reminds me of like a Kingdom Hearts level 1 run almost. We've gathered the sport cores like you said. Before I give them to you, though, I have a question. You said you've dwelt on Bivaresk for a long time, right? What was it like before the Great Infestation? Few alive still remember that age. A time of turmoil, even before the coming of the Swarm. Bivaresk had natural protection system, of course, as all world creatures must. But the individual units that composed those systems had fallen into disarray. Schisms, rivalry, war, plus the untimely devouring of a certain Crown Prince Casimir, for which I take full credit. Meant that when the spores landed, Bivaresk could barely mount defense. Additionally, the disastrous romance between... Wait, are you even listening? You get lore and also a unique sprite for that. That's really funny. Kind of wouldn't mind dying more to see more of those actually. Oops. I gotta free Clyde, because honestly, this is more so Clyde's boss than anything. That multi-hit is really good. Oh, God. Yeah, look at that. Look how much I'm healing there. I think the first time I did this boss, I had, Salix on me, so let's see what Charlotte has to say to you. You know, I kind of love this because it kind of, like, gives you an incentive to die multiple times, but, like, you don't really miss out on that much. It's like, if you are having a hard time with a boss, you still get to see new content until you beat them. Alright, let me guess. You're going to steal the sport course, fly to Eriscue, and leave us here. How did you pierce through my web of lies? Wait, did you actually think you were tricking us? That's pathetic. Like, maybe if you hadn't called us morsels. Wait. I didn't see that, right? Oh. It looked like Charlotte was like... Oh, you're pretty good for this fight, too. It looked like Charlotte's, like, electricity was hurting him as well. Oh, the web is weak to that. Oh, okay. Oh. Ah, okay. Alright, we've got the core. Something tells me you're about to betray us, though. That's what you think, Morsel. But I have schemed since the start to betray your trust. That's what I just said. It's rare to meet a smart parasite, but you're something special, buddy. I mean, really, how foolish do you think? Oh. I kind of abused my iframes there to get into a really good position. Call me crazy, it might be worth it to stick with just one character. Yeah, because you're not constantly swapping between them. Oh! This feels a little broken, even. Yeah, sometime in the future I gotta try this without the parasite thing. This feels really broken. Yeah, there we go. My intricate scheme, all for naught. That never gets old. It's safe to say I'm back, team. I'll assume you meant to say thanks, team, for watching my back and keeping me safe. Alright, let's get out of this awful place, if we even can without the spider's help. We got the spore tower and spore cores, we just need to fit the pieces together. This parasite technology is foreign, but I'm used to working with biological elements. I should be able to figure out how to send us home. Yeah, I don't want to spend another minute here. I'm not sure I'll ever get that smell out of my cape. I'm with Charlotte. Ever since we got here, something's felt wrong. Beyond the obvious, I mean. As much as I hate to say it, we should make sure we don't have any unfinished business here. After we're certain, we can return here and float home to Eriscue. One thing kind of concerns me. Is this thing, permanently missable? Because I feel like I've only seen it here. If that's the case, I might need to replay the game again just for that. I've always dreamed of traveling through space, but not quite like this. And just in case OBS crashes again, I'm going to try and not hit any checkpoints before the point I left off. And I think I remember where that was. I think it was just as I got to town. I didn't really consider how terrifying throwing through the void of space would feel. I'm sorry for putting you guys through that. Don't beat yourself up, bud. We need to return home and you found a way. Gang, we have a serious problem. With all of that time to think, I figured out what's been feeling wrong. The invert pulsar has been stolen. Oh, this as well! Okay, I kind of thought this was like a glitch, like that little black box was removed from my inventory for whatever reason, but no, that's story important. That's what this is. The what has been stolen? Like, I kind of assumed the guy bumping that one around, it was like a duplicate one or a second one, and I was like, oh, we got a radio-like device, and he's trying to talk, let's communicate with him. But no, it's missing. But then I was like, but now I'm like, no, that was the one, that thing somehow found it. I also got this idea in my head that thing might have been FB. Like, maybe FB lives on the other mega-organism. I keep calling him that for whatever reason. It's a fun word to say. And it's just, like, communicating with us through here. With, like, this godlike power. Like, it's actually not a monster that's that big, you know? That black box, I didn't want to discuss it before, because FB might have been listening. But he must have stolen it when he warped us to, Byvervesk. There's no use keeping it secret now. Remember how Eriscue's heart emits a defensive radiation pulse? Well, the invert pulse generates an artificial inverted waves that neutralize the pulse. It's a necessary evil that allows us bioengineers to perform maintenance on the heart. So that means FB can just flip a switch on the box and turn off the heart's defense. Then Eriscue is in incredible danger. FB could strike their heart at any moment. We don't have a choice now, team. It's time to face FB and Eriscue's heart. And at that point, I was like, I kind of want to go back to town real quick and just talk to everyone. I think this is where I left off. Or where the last save point was. So if we come back here, I should be right at that. Yes, okay, we're back where we were. At this point, we basically have all our abilities as well. Oh, did I not get this? Oh, no, I think I got this in the scrap recording. But yeah, there I got it for good as well. Oh, I spent a couple minutes on this. This was really tricky. I think what I eventually started doing was, like, that and then I, like, went up with his warp ability. Not sure if this is how you're meant to do this, but it's what came to mind, yeah. And that's disappeared. I also think there's an achievement for completing the game with Arescu's health at 100%. That might have been a bad idea, but I want to come down here. Yeah, you can just straight go through these now. Charlotte's attack increased. Alright. There is some new dialogue here. With some of the characters. Let me guess, old man, you're gonna tell me I shouldn't have underestimated a co-worm. I certainly considered it. Will you think less of me if I tell you I'm just glad you're safe? Grown soft in your old age. Next you'll be taken up knitting. No banter this time, kid. I'm an old man. I deserve to speak my mind. Your friendship means a great deal to me, Silix. It hurt my heart when I heard you've been infected. There, now we can go back to insults. Yeah, I care about that. You too. Thanks, Victor. Also, you shouldn't have underestimated the co-worm, you reckless fool. How's your training going? Are you kids making progress? Well, I can do a surf dash in the air now, and Charlotte's getting really good at grabbing ledges. Glad to hear. Remember, though, a good team of curatives is more than the sum of its parts. Think about it. If you dash up to a ledge and Charlotte couldn't quite reach, then Charlotte might be able to grab it for you. It requires some tricky maneuvering, but I have faith that you could manage it with your patience. So yeah, that kind of stuff I've been doing is very intentional. I don't think your dialogue is new. Oh, whoops. From one old man to another, I can understand why you decided to retire from combat duty. Every time I get knocked down, it's a little harder to convince these old bones to stand back up. Pi, you still got some life in you. We can't let the kids have all the fun. If you're knocked around, you'll recover faster if you perform a dash when you hit the ground. Oh, yeah, they teach you new Clyde tech. With the right technique, even old bones like ours can put up a serious fight. You know, the only curatives here are, like, him, us four, and also you, whose name I keep forgetting. And I'm not even sure if you're a curative. I think you're just here. Oh yeah, and the operator herself as well. Help it, Celix is attacking the headquarters. Chill, buddy. The old Celix is back. I'm not going to hurt you. How do I know for sure? If I was still a parasite, you'd already have been have a writhing co-worm embedded in your spinal cord. That doesn't make me feel better. For someone who's not a curative, yeah. You sure live close to HQ. Who wouldn't want to live here? It's the safest place on Eriscue. I guess so. Where do you come from, then? Far away, a peaceful little forest village with seeds enough for everyone to share. Despite the quiet, though, we couldn't help but feel uneasy. So you've been kind of anxious for most of your life, then. That must be... ghosts. It was ghosts in the trees, abducting anyone who left the village. I escaped, but trouble followed me everywhere now. Do you know how to lift a curse? I don't think that's covered in curative agent training. How's it going, Kui? Holding up okay? Well, I've been having trouble sleeping, and I've lost some feathers because of stress. And I can feel our painful deaths. I don't think this is new. I did not do that on purpose. Been a while, Kui. I like the new jewelry. This amulet, it's a medical device, actually. It changes color if I start feeling stressed. So I was right about that. It is kind of a mood ring. I'm not sure if that's how it works. Usually those things just change based on body heat. No, I've been assured it's perfectly scientific, and it helps me tell when I'm getting too anxious. But usually that makes me feel more stressed. Oh no, it's turning yellow now. And now it's red. Help. And that's where the game, yeah, not the game. And that's where OBS crashed right there. So I think talking to you is new. Director, guess who's back in the fray? Silix, I can't tell you how good it feels to hear your voice again. What happened? I lost track of all four of you for a while there. FB's even more cunning than we anticipated. There's no time now while the heart's in danger. But once this all blows over, boy do I have a story to tell you. Director, we're in trouble. FB's stolen the invert pulsar. Yes, I heard. So that little mantis guy was FB. That's interesting. So yeah, that FB must be like projecting himself here somehow and just using that other organism as a base of operations. The invert pulsar. Yes, I heard. What do you think we should do? What do? What I think we should do? Yes, you've proven yourself to be clever and capable, a clever and capable strategist. Time and time again, you solved problems I thought were unsolvable. Celix wouldn't be here without you. I trust your judgment, Agent. We should head to the heart right away. FB could strike at any time. We need to be ready. Then go. Make us proud, Agent. The fate of all life on Eriscue rests on your shoulders. Director? Agent Charlotte, I know you and I have our differences, but in this moment, with Eriscue in danger, we're all on the same side, right? Obviously, I'm not going to abandon innocent people to a parasite's wrath. I don't trust your leadership, Director, but I trust my teammates. We can do this. That's good enough for me. The dynamic between those two is really interesting to me. Like, she feels very heavily betrayed, but, like, also, like, she's the only person she could rely on because she directs all the other agents who she can trust. Director, I'm so sorry. That monster snatched the invert pulsar right out from under my mustache. It's not your fault, Clyde. We're facing a parasite more powerful and devious than I've ever seen. And all that we Curtis can do now is go protect the heart ourselves. Yes, and trust that Eriscue will provide us with what we need, as they always have. So, yeah, I don't think there's much left besides go down to the heart. Can I take care of you, finally? Wait. Could you have just jumped in here the whole time? Oh my goodness. Also, that's kind of badass so you can just slice through the artery now. There's something else I want to check on the way down. Keep going. Yeah, there's nothing stopping me from just getting all of these now. That is a really good reward for, like, or like, last ability. You know, I have seen Metroidvanias, like, talk about... kind of discuss, like, not giving you your best ability last, if that makes sense. Because, like, it kind of gives this impression that, like, you know, you've gone the whole game missing out on something. This, though, I feel like this kind of hits a perfect middle ground, honestly, because, like, it does let you do some broken stuff, like, go straight through these arteries, but, like, it's not, like, too broken. It has combat abilities, but, like, it's not like it's gonna break bosses or like break platform or anything. It just helps you unlock some keys or doors you haven't achieved yet. I wanted to see what was down here because I noticed this on the map. Oh god! Well, we've seen what that thing can do. Are you gonna lunge at me? Yeah, you are. Oh shit. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, you're... Actually, I can angle it. There we go. Cool. I guess there have got to be multiple semi-hidden locations like that for these things. And I bet you there are 2 more, because if I go here... Yeah, there's 2 more. God, the game really nails how scary that thing is. Not that way. Okay, yeah. I knew that would... I wanted to go that way anyway, because I knew it would, I had a feeling it would, like, dump us right here as well. If I can be real with you guys, I kind of want to do a little bit of cleanup, though. In case OBS crashes again. Where could I clean up, though? What's up there? Like on the far left or right of the purple zone. Let's go see what that is. Just in case OBS crashes again, I think I'd rather the final or the heart be its own episode, because I get this feeling that might be the final boss. Then I can record tomorrow on my day off, where I'm not as tired from work. You know, stuff like what I just did right there is making me wonder if maybe a pacifist run of this game is possible. Wait, can you lure that guy up here? Obviously, you have to kill the bosses, but, like, I'm kind of curious if... just how much of the game you can beat without killing, like, any enemies. That's kind of... that'd be kind of a fun challenge. Oh, wait, the artery comes from there. You know what we could do? Let's try the lungs challenge again. Yeah, that's cool how that kind of lets you take shortcuts as well. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no, we've been here. And that is not a shortcut. Ah, there's no easy way back up to the... Nope, there is an easy way back up. Alright, yeah, let's do this one more time. Let's try to get the next best, time. Hold on. Yeah, that's how you're meant to get at that one without wasting much time. That's kind of foreshadowed a little bit. Then go this way first. Actually, hold on. Good. think one of the tiers is 55 seconds, so that's pretty close. I want to do that one more time. I think I can get under 55. Uh-oh. Hold on. Reset that. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, that works too! Yo! Okay, you might be better for more of this than I thought. I saved so much time there, I'm just gonna keep going on this run. Hold on, I'm thinking on the routing. I definitely want to get that one on the left first. Wait, what I just learned. Laguna feels like the... I'm kind of assuming that all of their run speeds, quote-unquote, are identical. It just kind of feels the most reliable to run as Laguna, though, because he keeps his speed when he jumps, which is really helpful. That and you can activate it instantly, where you can't do that with, like... There we go. Where you can, or you can just do it, like, on the spot, and you can't really do that with, 92. Like, you do a little dip before you start moving quickly. It feels like you have to rev up into it. I don't know if it's actually slower. And then you do that jump, which is a little unreliable sometimes, even though there is cool stuff you can do with it. You lose your speed when you go off of a ledge. Laguna's the only one of, like, you know, it's instant, and you also keep your speed when you jump or go off ledges. I'm learning my Moonlight Pulse tech. Okay, I think we'll leave it off here. Thanks for watching.